right, so our final demo that I have to share with you all is one that caught my interest because of its atmosphere and the visuals of it all. And the preferences that I'll give on this is this. The game gave a very, very quick... One of the prefaces given is that this game takes place in the 1930s or around the 30s time and is depicting the ideologies, a lot of ideologies that were very prevalent at the time and, are prevalent now regarding fascism. So they're trying to just essentially like preface that. And they also gave a preface that that this game does take place on land that was occupied by British sovereignty. We'll just get the game pulled up real quick. This is the preface. And then for the other preface to give, that the devs were very kind to place as well. So here's all the companies working for it, and the publisher in question as well, Fellow Traveler, publisher of the Citizen Sleeper duology. Yeah, I was like, I need to play this because this sounds really intriguing. So yeah, So on top of the aboriginal lands of Australia, prefacing that you just saw flash on screen. Sorry, I was kind of floundering in the beginning. I was messing with the settings, and I wanted to make sure that the proper statement was shown after I changed the game from its windowed mode to full screen, or close to full screen, like borderless window. So heads up on that. And this part as well needs to be, advised as well. Game contains depictions of fascist ideologies and regimes inspired by real-world political movements from the late 1930s. These elements are included for narrative and historical context and do not represent an endorsement of the associated ideologies. Viewer discretion is advised. So keep that in mind. I'll include a content warning in the title as well. Like, I'll just make sure to put content warning in the title for the VOD version of this, so letting you all know that now. So, yes. Just letting you know that. And before I actually fully continue, I was messing with the audio settings, and there's like a master audio setting that lets you kind of adjust everything and hear it, which is wonderful. I love that the devs included that option where you like get to hear back the audio as you're adjusting it so that you make sure it sounds good. And then the voice audio happens, and the voiceover sounded extremely familiar to me as a Disco Elysium fan. And I could be wrong, but I believe...
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, both from the lack of sleep and the nightmare which has taken my autonomy. I am writing this...
I believe that may be Lenville Brown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... if that is Lenville Brown and he's voicing in this game, holy fuck. Because if you don't know who Lenville Brown is, he is the person that narrated so much of the dialogue in the Final Cut version of Disco Elysium Final Cut. So, and he's known to have and he's got a really nice voice and is a really great musician. So, really great music artist. So, fair to say, I'm excited, and I apologize again at the beginning for kind of... I was trying to explain the blurb, or not the blurb, the text at the boot up of the game that explained the setting of this game, because this does take place on real-world Earth just way back in the 30s. I didn't know how to really quickly explain it because it's only there for like a brief moment and then it's gone. So I wanted to show it on screen for you all so that it's properly showcased, and that I want to be as respectful as I can about this. So yeah, this is Penguin Colony, an atmospheric game, I guess revolving around where you are in this colony, and it involves penguins. I didn't really read too deep into the story because I figured this will be one of those games where the story will rock your world. So, yeah, let's go. It's nice that my 8-bit dough works too. Ooh, that's a nice bit of nostalgic energy there. A kind of realistic smoke reveal, like an old school horror movie. Oh, nice. If that was Lenville Brown, this is gonna be fucking awesome. So yeah, we're on Antarctica. Oh, wait. We're playing as a penguin? Stop. Okay, so atmospheric horror game where we're playing as a penguin.
Do you hear it? Just beneath the wind.
Okay, no.
The wind. The wind. I am right in this, under an appreciable... many of which have queer appearances. Do not conform to scientific principle, nor natural law.
He narrates our adventures as
I am right in this. Reports of...
I'm gonna lower, hold on, no. I will lower this all a little bit. Lenville Brown, I believe it is, hold on. No, I'm double checking this. I have to double check this. It is Lenville Brown! Oh! Atmospheric horror game where we play as a penguin with our experiences narrated by Lenville Brown? Oh! This is gonna be awesome! Sorry, I'm really happy about that. I had no clue about that! And given proper historical context and respect regarding the setting of the game in particular, oh man, this is okay. Great first impressions. So yes, Lovecraft. Apparently, it's also Lovecraftian. So yeah, Lovecraft-inspired horror game where we play as a penguin, and Lenville Brown is the narrator on an Antarctic research base, probably. That's oh. There we go. Oh. Oh, wait, is that like our stamina meter? I just got a flashback to Shadow of the Colossus. Oh my god. Okay, so that's our follow point. So yeah, 1939. So yeah, we are gonna likely be encountering some pretty fucked up shit while we're here. But yeah, this was displayed during Next Fest, which I was curious about this alongside a lot of other games, and I just wanted to and I wanted to give this a go. Oh, shiny stones refill stamina. Good to know. I just wanted to find the time to properly get this one, and thankfully, the time is now. There were just some details I didn't know about this game.
Glittering of Morse code denotes a soul on the other end, which should make clear that civilization still exists. The expedition had multiple objectives.
Swap penguins. Okay, so more stamina, but slower. Deja vu. Only small penguins can fit through this gap. Wow, we are playing as penguins in the midst of a survival. That's... Huh.
Did these scientists know it was all a ruse? That they were merely a smokescreen for a greater scientific discovery? When we arrived, most of these expeditions had been removed in order to maintain secrecy.
Just shy. Shit. Alright, so we can't do that. What's in here? Oh, sausage! Sausage. Looks like a bunch of liquor, too. Bunch of whiskey. So that's a lot of walruses, too. Well, the walruses do not seem to be bothered at all. Yeah, I cannot look away from that. If there's anything else there, I must have missed it. Emperor Penguin Colony. You know, probably the easy joke to make would be like, man, this screening of Pebble and the Penguin, or no, this screening of Happy Feet's really different. You know, my only context as far as, like, how Alaska research... Oh, is... Oh, hey, hey. Can I get you? No? Okay. Okay, water's a no-go, I guess, because it's too cold. Is it too cold? But yeah, I find it really awesome that the devs wanted to pay respect to the Aboriginal origins of a lot of the lands that British rule occupied, because let's face it, the occupations that always happened with British rule on that front were always fucked up and awful, and them just
It was many
taking...
years ago now, while teaching at Boston Miskatonic, when I became delirious, seemingly suffering from a stroke. By all accounts, I collapsed, only to awaken 7 days later, with no medical issue to be found. My symptoms were odd. My blood pressure, heart rate, and other metrics were well within the boundaries of immaculate health. The only irregularities came from my dreams. In my dreams, I had nightmares of the foulest kind. I saw images in colors outside the range of visible light. I would experience sensations of seeing myself within a dark void of nothingness, as if my consciousness had left my dreaming body. I would see and hear entire lifetimes in the blink of an eye, only to forget everything. When I awoke, I tried to find words to describe what I saw. The men around me sat in puzzled silence as I spoke fluently in something old and peculiar, unrecorded by man. My condition became a curiosity to the medical school, for which I was prescribed a concoction of REM sleep-suppressing pills and a healthy dose of Valium to keep my mind at ease. The supply lines were built up to ensure that cargo transporting was foolproof in adverse conditions. On days when a plane could not land nor sea land, an elaborate hauling method had been put in place. Despite this, the Brigadier made sure his personal ski plane was always parked next to him in case of emergency. The crazy man had flown alongside the Red Baron.
Okay. So, pilot that was delivering cargo and stuff was being plagued by nightmares after a stroke. And somehow I'm actually traveling in the direction I'm supposed to. With how vast this landscape is, it will likely end up being that I forget or miss some stuff. Just bound to happen. And actually, speaking of the Aboriginal representation and proper dues and respect being paid, I remember the late Sam Neill, who was Professor Grant in in Jurassic Park, how apparently for one of the movies he was in, he requested the Union Jack part of the Australian flag to be taken out and replaced with one that represented the Aboriginal population, I believe, of Australia. I think is the proper... I don't know the full deal about it, but he said that that's what he hoped would be the case in the future, is that reparations were given to the Aboriginal folk of Australia and the Oceania parts of the world.
Academics are used to challenging one authority with their own.
I could be wrong about the facts on that, so please correct me. And correct me for anything else, because I'm American and I am very unaware of a lot of things on certain areas of the world. So, sorry. Oh, God. I got my penguin to praise the sun. I'm too scared to go into water, not just because, like, if this is, like, a Lovecraftian-style horror game, I'm scared shitless to know what's in the water. Dredge can be the game to thank for that, but also, like, leopard seals are a problem for penguins. A very, very, like, listen, if you know Pebble and the Penguin like I do, leopard seals are scary as fuck. Like, and plus, like, yeah, they may look cute, but no, leopard seals are not, they ain't friends. They are not friends. That still blows my mind. Lenville Brown! Okay, I think it's unavoidable. I have to get in the water. Oh, we can dive. Alright, I guess if they're just isolated bodies of water, I shouldn't be too worried. It's like open ocean where I should be worried. Okay, that had no lights on it, so... Well... I think we'll be safe. Doubt a leper seal would get in there. Isn't there, like, pockets of water that exist in Antarctica where like, the, water is actually, like, really crystal clear and actually genuinely drinkable despite it not being, like, boiled or anything? I think I learned about that once, and I don't remember the exact details on it. It's like a type... if you dig into the ice in a particular spot, you can just straight up drink the water out of that, and you're completely fine. Like, you're not going to shit your brains out or anything. Aha! There's some markers. God, the atmosphere constructed here is absolutely immaculate. Also, how the fuck is that flare lasting so long? I find it cute that the penguin has little noises that get made when it hops. Okay, that way. What I'm looking for is more shining stuff like vistas and things about this narrator, because this narrator seems to be somebody that is dictating what is going on at this research station, whilst also explaining things about his life. So I'm likely to be missing some facts and maybe not end up getting the entire story. A person. Interesting perspective to pick a penguin to experience the story. Prost. Cheers. God, I could not imagine how it was like to try and research not Alaska, Antarctica back in the 30s. Like, how the hell did you stay warm? Encyclopedias. And that guy's playing a bugle, I think. Trumpet, bugle. I don't know the difference between the two.
Whistle was the first man to arrive into his catatonic state. He didn't speak a word of English, so I was unable to learn his name. Our billy plates did not include our names, only numbers. Occasionally, I would hear him speak to himself. I am... Report. I am right in this.
Let's do that. Alright, so first person in a catatonic state. Can I get that replayed? I was trying to adjust the audio. Alright, too late. Shit. Alright, ad break in 5 minutes. Heads up. Oh, he's carving his face off. Okay. Alright, what's the deal with the plane here? I'm supposed to go that way. I'm curious about what's over here. Oh. Okay. A lot of large ice.
The wind howled from all directions. When we were awoken by the sound of the most sinister scream, Whistle had been physically beaten. His face was unfazed as blood rushed from his eye, coating the snow in the most vibrant red. It was not clear if his screams were one of laughter or horror. He sat there all night, laughing to himself. Sleep never found him, nor the rest of us.
So yeah, some kind of affliction came on. But how, it's hard to say. This is perfectly carved out, which is a bit unusual. Okay, well now that I know it's there, I can get over there no problem. Old dig site. Okay. Well, I think that's fine now. Follow the trail here, and that's where we ended up. Yeah, this is a large. I'm imagining this is a very large map since it is Antarctica. So, and Antarctica in 1939, no less. So, likely means that there's probably more of Antarctica there than there is nowadays. Fuck you, climate change. I mean, hey, I got to do that. Smaller penguins probably end up fitting in this, right? Yeah, thought so. Like a baby penguin or something. Actually, wait, if baby penguin... Are baby penguins also called chicks, like how you would mostly refer to any kind of bird baby bird? I mean, I'd assume so. They are born from eggs, so it makes sense. Ooh, what's over here? It just kind of looks like nothing. All right, let's go. I've bumbled around plenty. I want to continue. I want to see what's going on over here. See what the hell happened. Unfortunately, no small penguins for us to use to get over to certain areas. Alright. Ad break's actually about to start, so 3 minutes, then an hour of no pre-rolls after, so hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Alright. Back into the action we go.
My name is Howard Blakely. I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, both from the lack of sleep and the nightmare which has taken my autonomy. Time has become a foreign concept to me, as I now see it in how it was intended. The past, present, and future all at once. I see echoes and glimmers of time. Do not think of me as a lunatic, for if you have seen the thing I have, you too will come to realize the implications of this discovery far outweigh its strange circumstance.
Oh. Heed the whisper of the great infant lord of the whatever that is. Oh. Oh, so that explains the... Okay. Whew. Okay. Wow. Unexpected. Oh, huh. Wow. Well, shouldn't be unexpected. This is 1939, but wow. Okay. Damn. Okay then. Fuck. So that's the kind of research station we're at, huh? Ugh. That's my objective. So what do I do here? The juxtaposition of the fact that I'm playing as a cute penguin amidst this is really something. Well, they definitely deserved what happened to them, because holy shit. I was not expecting... that. So they were in Antarctica for research, uncovered something that's killing them all. Well, I would say good, yeah. Holy fuck. Did not expect to see that flag here. Ugh. Okay. Yes, the game did warn us, so letting you know that now. Okay, so they want me to go down this way. So I was kind of skipping ahead on accident earlier. Yeah, I mean, that's just going to be kind of the deal when it comes to playing games that take place in particular historical time periods. You're going to be dealing with the stuff that was around in that time frame. So the best you can really do is just, you know, let people know that this was the time period, this is what was around, and viewer discretion advised. So the fact that we saw a Nazi flag, should not be that surprising considering it was the 1930s. Like, that surprised me about as much as anything else right now, but yeah, like, so far, I would say that this has been a very, like, so far, I would say I am very, very intrigued as to what the fuck the story is here. Like, what the hell did they uncover? But I mean, hey, you know, they're dead and dying, so that's a plus. Okay, so I'm going this way. Is that just a lone... Yeah. Lone penguin. And yeah, Prost is toast in German, so that makes way more sense now. What is it pointing me to? Because it's so far just pointing me to the unknown. Like, to the just distant horizon.
When I awoke, my eyes adjusted. A haze of new information. An obelisk of basaltic cyclopean design. I asked the doctor just what it was I was seeing. The excitement overwhelmed the doctor's face. He found sentences difficult to string together without his cheeks overstretching from joy. He collected himself. Roger's hands trembled, clicking his shutter in uniform rhythm. His mouth agape as the doctor spoke.
Blackley, did you know? The Aryan people once built great civilizations. Thousands of years ago, they ruled the entirety of the world. Our efforts to support this theory, for many years relegated to finding trinkets with tangential historical significance. I must reveal to you, Blackley. When you dreamt, I did not speak with you. Far from it. There was a man. A man who spoke to me. A man who revealed everything. He was buried for thousands of years in the ice. What you see before you is the greatest discovery mankind will ever make. Deep within the city, we shall make contact with him. Father of the Aryan race.
Okay, so that's the story being told here. Wow.
Do you hear it? Just beneath the wind.
Okay.
The wind
Well,
howls,
that was
afraid
Penguin
of
Colony.
itself.
Short demo, but... And I imagine I
It's only
did...
man, in our mission to achieve dominion over Earth, that has the drive to be in a place where he does not belong.
Well, I've already wishlisted this game.
My name is Howard Blakely. I am writing this under an appreciable
Yeah.
mental strain
I'm just kind of like...
of sleep and the nightmare which has taken
I'm kind of blown away right now.
It was many years
Like,
ago
wow, this game's gonna tackle some shit.
Miskatonic when I became delirious. Time has become a foreign concept to me.
Yeah.
Past
So,
and future.
we're gonna go to the title screen, but... Oh, man. So, yeah, this is the game's trailer. Sorry, I'm enraptured by this trailer, too. Okay. So, that was Penguin Colony. I am extremely intrigued. And fair to say, yes, the game does warn you very strongly regarding, like, what this game's got as far as the topics it's going to cover and the depictions that it's going to convey with its setting. I find it interesting that they picked the vehicle of having you pilot penguins to do that, but I mean, it definitely is an attention grabber. So that was Penguin Colony. I have a lot of respect for the devs for, you know, making sure that all respects are paid regarding the historical context that is put forward, you know, making sure that viewers understand, like, hey, like viewers and players are like, listen, this is going to depict a particular, this is going to convey a part of history that will be disturbing. So discretion advised on that front, as well as paying respects to the Aboriginal societies of the area as well at the time. And I have immense respect for a lot of the things that the dev is trying to convey here, as well as like what, like trying to portray everything as, you know, well as possible to make sure everything is given its due diligence. So if this intrigued you at all, please go check this game out. Lovecraftian historical fiction horror where you play as a penguin is not a bucket list game I expected to want, but this is already really intriguing. So for the release date of this game, this is set to come out in 2026. And as you can see, the devs have a wishlist open as well as a feedback survey. So if you have any feedback that you may have, like maybe a glitch that happened or something, or like a bug, you can do that. They have a Discord. So with all that, that will be the conclusion of this demo day for July of 2026. Thanks for joining me, everybody. For all the games that I've showcased, be sure to give a... what happens if I press this? Oh, it's the Discord. Okay. So be sure to check out the games that I have showcased here and give them a wish list if any of them intrigued you, and give them a try yourself. Because I know for certain I have missed some things here. So be sure to check them out if you're, like, up to your discretion to check them out and, you know, see what they're all on. And yeah, that's going to be all. And really, let this also be a showing that the AAA gaming space is in a fucking whirlwind of bullshit right now. So having the indie space have these kind of creative endeavors really shows that indies are the soul of gaming right now. So as I said, for all of these games, please go wishlist them, and be sure to follow the devs on the socials that they have listed. You know, follow their Discords if you're intrigued with the games, and be sure to report the full release when they are out. So yeah, with that said, VOD watchers, thanks for dropping by and checking out all the videos. Stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.